Welcome back to One and Done. I'm Max. This is the show where we teach you how to make just one of something. Today we're gonna do one giant chocolate chip cookie for when you get that late night craving for just one big old chocolate chip cookie and you wanna eat it all by yourself, guilt-free. Let's go. All right, so we've got our oven preheating at 350 and now we're just gonna cream together 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of white sugar. 222, easy to remember. This is the texture we're going for. All right, now we're going 1 egg yolk, room temp egg if you can. Scoop them up. Room temp eggs just blend in your batter a little bit better, and don't forget to save these egg whites. You can use these for like an egg white omelet or something. Tiny splash of vanilla extract. Whisk all this together. Now in a smaller little bowl, we're just gonna go 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, a pinch of salt here. I'm gonna gradually fold this in. We're not gonna overwork this. That'll make your cookie like tough and too dry later. Let's go a little bit at a time. Slowly fold that in. You may need a little bit more or a little bit less flour depending on the size of your egg yolk. So kind of eyeball it here, and if it's starting to seem too dry, just pull back a little bit. So there's your cookie dough for one giant cookie. Now we're gonna go in with our chocolate here. I'm gonna go with half dark chocolate and half milk chocolate on this. Right, you got some big chunks, you got some small chunks. Fold these in. We got one big cookie. If your oven's not preheated yet, and you got a little bit of cleaning up to do, take this bad boy and throw it in the freezer for a little bit. Just get it a little bit cooled down so it holds its shape and spreads out really nicely. It doesn't get really flat. Right, so our cookie dough is out of the freezer. It's nice and cooled down. Now there's one final step for this. We're gonna hit it with some Maldon salt. Key move. We got our big cookie ready here. We got a little Maldon salt on there. We made sure there's a little bit of chocolate on top. That's gonna give it sort of that picturesque cookie look. Now we're gonna go in the oven for like 10-15 minutes, but we're gonna keep an eye on it. Every oven's different. All right, this monster's been in there for like 15 minutes. We're gonna pull it out and see what we got. Yeah, baby. We're gonna do this little trick with a bowl to get it a perfectly round shape. Just gonna throw it on top, give it a little swirl. Now, I don't know if that's perfectly round, but it's perfectly delicious. After a few minutes cooling down on the baking sheet, go ahead and throw it on a wire rack to cool completely. Just brown enough and craggly on the edges. This guy's been cooling down for a little bit. Check out the backside. How does that look? Yeah. Now that's a good looking cookie. All right, this guy is extra chocolatey, extra delicious. Probably went overboard on the chocolate on top of this thing, but who cares, honestly? This is gonna be so good. Everyone likes their cookies different, but for me, this is perfect. It's nice and thick, there's chocolate lace throughout, and it's nice and chewy in the middle. Yeah, I mean, it should be illegal, honestly. You could break it out into 2 smaller cookies, but why would you do that? Get one giant cookie. This is delicious. Highly recommend saving this recipe and making this one at home. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Yeah.